All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our special live. Uh, I'm about to announce a brand new 10K grant. This is the first time we're announcing it live today. I'm going to tell you why we're announcing it today. I'm also going to share who won our last $10,000 grant, when we're going to pick a winner for the one we just closed a few days ago, and most importantly, share with you uh, a brand new grant that in the next 5-10 minutes will be live on the Skip dashboard that you can apply for. So really excited for this. You know, one of the things I said at the end of last year, and we're sticking to our promise here at Skip, is we're going to triple the amount of grants, at least triple the amount of grants that we give out at Skip in 2024, and we're doing it. We already have three $10,000 grants that we've done. That's including the one I'm announcing today. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Please tell me where you're watching from, city and state. Very important reason for that. I'll tell you in a few seconds. So not only for shout outs, I'm going to shout out many of your states where you're watching from, but there's an important reason to put in your city and state. I'll mention that in a few seconds. Just want to say thanks as always to everyone who's a subscriber at Skip. You've been supporting our channel, many of you, for years. And because of that, we've been able to give out over $250,000. We're not a nonprofit. You know, we're a business. We rely on memberships. Some of you donate here on YouTube. We rely on partners that we have. But it's because of you, specifically YouTube subscribers, and all of you hitting the like button, that we can donate more of our revenue to give out grants. So I just want to say thank you to all of you who are subscribers. If you're watching us for the first time today, consider subscribing. We've been giving out grants for almost 4 years. Again, we're getting close to $300,000 that we've given out. Shout outs to, drop in your city and state. Shout out to Bronx, Beverly Hudson, near in Sacramento, Kansas City, Hickory, North Carolina, Brunswick, Georgia, Claremont, California, Albuquerque, Ohio and Florida, folks in Pittsburgh, Palmdale, Boston, Hernando, Mississippi, Bloomfield, Connecticut, Philly, San Lorenzo, Jersey City, right across the river from me, and a whole bunch more, others from Mississippi and Alabama. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to keep today's live short because we announced this last night. Probably 10 more minutes will go. Hit the like button so others can come join the live today. I'm going to talk about our new $10,000 grant, open to all of you. Guarantee if you're over 18 and you're watching this video right now and you're in the US, this $10,000 grant is open to you. I'll talk about that, our December winner, the grant we just closed, and answer some questions. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. And in case you missed the update, our December $10,000 grant winner, this is on our Instagram, if you want to follow us there too, at hello.skip. Here she is, Jolene, in Rochester, Minnesota. It's been a family-run clothing exchange business for decades. She does a lot of great work in the community, had a great application. She was the 10K winner. And you can see the video I did with her on her Instagram. She's really inspiring, but just everyone who applied for this $10,000 grant is inspiring. That's why we're trying to do more of these grants. So she's on our Instagram. Here are some of the recent past grant winners, if you're curious. If you go to helloskip.com/1K and you click recent Skip grant winners, you'll see this list right here. Shout out to all of them. And some of you I know who are on right now won grants last year. Again, look at that's a lot. You know, it's about 30 or 40 we've listed right here. And in case you don't know, our February $1,000 grants are live now. 19 days left to enter that. How many of you have entered our February grants? Of course, if you're a Skip member, we enter grants to you automatically. So if you're a Skip Plus member, you're already entered into our February Skip grants and a few others. Let me scan the comments here. Michelle says, I really need to get a grant. Well, you come to the right place, Michelle. And has anyone else applied to other grants so far this year that are not Skip grants? Have you applied for other grants? I'd love to hear. Michelle, you say you've applied for one or two but didn't get them. I don't want to bury the secondary big news of the week, which is the Barclays grants. And they have about $500,000 here. I think more than that, actually, that they're giving out. Okay, so much bigger purse than Skip. Highly, highly encourage you to apply for this. It's on the Skip dashboard. The grand prize is $60,000. They're giving out $140,000, $120,000, and 7 $5,000 grants, and 50 $2,000 grants. So 60 total grants. You can do the math there. Here's the big news. There's one question you have to answer. Writing this well is very important. Explain how your business is adjusting to the current economy. Demonstrate your perseverance, creativity, passion for your business. How do your business products or services impact others or the community? Write a story. If you use the Skip AI, very important, it can't look like AI. So only use the Write with AI to get your draft going. If you're having trouble getting words down, then go back through, edit it, get a friend or colleague or us to help you strengthen your story. Last year in 2023, this was the most popular grant. Full stop. Verizon is popular. America's Top Small Business was popular. A bunch of others, but this was the most popular. So there's a lot of money here. Feel free to spread the word. As you know, you can always click the share button. Tell others. There's 50 of these grants are random. So even if you write something that's not the best, of course, we want you to put your best foot forward, but 50 are sweepstakes. Okay. So even if your story isn't chosen as one of the top 10, and those are voted on, public participation, you still have a shot at one of the 50 $2,000 grants. So keep that in mind. And the reason I asked you all to tell me where you're watching from, as always, shout outs again to more folks in Atlanta and where else, a lot of states, is because in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, we're going to be localizing the opportunities on the dashboard. Let me get there. Where did my okay, there we go. Computer's freezing a little bit today. There are lots of grants that may be just in Atlanta or just in places in California. Pick your state. There are state grants available to you. We often don't list here. We are finally localizing it here, so you will have the option to only see grants that are relevant to you. So if you're in Connecticut, you will see Connecticut grants. If you're in Michigan, for example, there's a Detroit grant available now. So that's coming up in about 1 or 2 weeks. So when I have a colleague who's looking through the comments today. Even in Seattle, there's grants. In Southern California, there's grants. So I have a colleague looking through. We obviously want to make sure that we're covering who is in the Skip community. And as always, we look for grants in your area. So stay tuned for that. That's the first time we've announced that, but it's coming up soon. We're not giving out grants today. Someone asked that in the comments. But we're telling you how you can get grants. And the next live drawing, next Tuesday, we're picking our last 10K winner. So the 2024 Skip Kickoff Grant closed on last Friday. Huge thank you to the thousands and thousands of you that applied. We will be announcing a winner next Tuesday, so in a few days. So if you applied to that, feel free to let me know. in the comments, but you will be, you'll be able to apply. Rather, you'll be told if you're a winner next Tuesday. Okay, I'm making live our 10K grant right now. That's why I'm multitasking here to put live the new $10,000 grant, and I can tell you what you need to do for that. Let me just toggle this on. We're doing it live right now. And while that goes live, let me take a look. And Denise, is your internet freezing or is my internet freezing? I've heard because I'm running all these video programs, my internet can slow down a little bit here, but I don't know if it's freezing up on the feed. Nicholas says, I've just started off on Skip on my grant journey. I will look outside after finishing up everything I can access from Skip first. Great to hear that, Nicholas. Would love to hear how you do finding grants. I'll tell you, one of our themes as a company this year, not only to give out more grants, but to help you get funding ready. I say it all the time, but our goal is always to help you expand in whatever way you want to. So if you want to graduate and go after loans, financing lines of credit, we want to help you get in that position. The macroeconomy should get better this year. I was just looking at a report this morning that said default rates are very high across all consumer lending and business lending. I expect that'll improve. Going into Q2, Q3, rates may go down. Treasury may start cutting rates second half of this year. That'll help lending. It'll help free up more capital opportunities for you. So if you're thinking of 6 months ahead, now's a good time to get funding ready, apply for grants. And, if financing isn't a good option for you now, maybe in 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, it will be. But you can always check that out on the Skip dashboard here when you click search funding. Speaking of clicking search funding, let's see the brand new grant. I'm going to load it on the dashboard here. Looks like I need to refresh once more here to put it live. And there we go. Okay. Should be live in a second here. Let me scan the comments. Shout out to Massachusetts, Kansas, and the live chat. Okay, the other $10,000 grant. So just in case you're following along, how many $10,000 grants are we giving out? We gave out one in December. We just closed the kickoff grant. The 10K AI Innovation Grant, that's from us, is due March 15th. Now, this is cool because I think less people will apply for it. So if you apply for it, you will have a higher chance of winning it. I'm looking at the data and that's what it shows. All you have to do is answer a few questions that we typically ask. What does your business do? What are you going to use the funding for? And then 2 additional questions. How do you currently use AI, like ChatGPT or anything, for your business? If you use it. If you don't have to answer this one. But how do you plan to use AI to help your business, to help your side hustle? Share examples, be as specific as possible. So obviously, we think that you as small business owners, whether you're a 1-person business, 2-person, 10-person, or 20+ people, we think you should be using AI. You will be able to do lots of things that you can't do now, whether it's customer support, applying for funding, using our Skip AI, whatever it is, we think it'll help you. So I encourage you to enter that one. And I encourage you to enter this brand new one. Here we go on the drum roll. The Skip 10K Perseverance Grant, live for the first time today. Another $10,000 grant due at the end of March. What's the Skip 10K Perseverance Grant? Well, let me just back up and say our 10K grants, we've seen many positive things. Number one, obviously people are winning these grants, the 10K winners. Enough said there. Number two, we're seeing writing improve dramatically. So if you are out there writing for other grants, grant applications, because of Write with AI, we're seeing writing improve. We're seeing thoughtful responses. We want to encourage more and more of that. But number three, we also love hearing about your challenges and the challenges you've overcome. That's the purpose behind the 10K Perseverance Grant. Let me show it to you right now. Take a look, read about it. All US-based entrepreneurs are invited to apply. And you need to apply by the end of March. So you've got some time, but like anything, I encourage you to seize the opportunity while it's hot. While you're here, you can apply in a few minutes, especially if you've entered our other grants. Many of these questions will be filled out, except there are 2 new questions for this grant, just like the kickoff grant. Those questions are, starting a business requires grit and determination. How have you demonstrated this with your business? How have you persevered? Show examples of your grit and determination. Why are we doing this one? Well, we know many of you who show up here every week. Even if you don't leave comments, we know who you are. You are incredibly determined, resilient, patient. So we want to hear some examples of that in your business. I think it's going to be inspiring to a lot of people. We're going to share the results, just like the past grants that you put down. We're going to share more information on that. The second thing we're asking is, what makes your business unique? And we've left it open-ended intentionally because it's just a thought exercise. Be honest with yourself. Why do you think your business is unique? What are you doing that's unique? And you can take that any way you want to. Is it unique? Is your product unique? Is your service unique? Is your market, who you're serving, the population unique, etc.? So excited to see answers to that question. And I think in the coming weeks, I'll be doing webinars where I can share more examples, answer questions, but you can also always talk with us. Let's say you've drafted it, even for ours or for other grants, and you want to talk through your application. That's an option for you. If you want to tell others about this, you can share it, of course, as well. So who's going to be the first folks to apply for this grant? Let me know in the comments. This is up on the Skip dashboard as of 4 minutes ago. Nicholas asks, good question here from Nicholas. Is it possible to redo the business plan option? I learned how to use platform and AI better now and think I could do better with business plan application. Okay, great question, Nicholas. If you can email us, hello@helloskip.com, can have a colleague help you. They can help answer that. But we should be able to give you another chance to redo it and update the business plan. Denise says, I applied for this. My answers were tagged as strong. Great to hear. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad so many of you are making use of this. On every question, again, this is free. We've made this feature free. Whatever you write in here, we feed to our AI, and we give tips to improve in real time. If it's weak, if it's moderate, or if it's strong, how to improve. So hopefully many of you are using that just to think about how you can make your answer stronger. All right, Berlin says you're going to be one of the first to apply for this new Perseverance Grant. And yeah, we're really excited about this. Wanted to announce this today. For all of you who want to tell others, it's a catch-22 sometimes, but people, maybe 1 or 2 folks you want to invite. Like I said, the pot is increasing. One of the things I would emphasize is the biggest problem with grants is not competition. It's, number one, not knowing about the grant. You'd be surprised how many grants just are never applied to because you just don't know about it. Number two, it's not applying. So even the thousands of people who come onto the Skip dashboard, believe it or not, like our grants, it's 10K. They never finish applying. So just take the time, the minutes that it takes to apply. If you don't apply, you can't win. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And the third is just spending a little bit more time to elevate the writing. Make sure you have complete sentences. There's no grammar or spelling errors. And, you'd be surprised. Based on that, we can often weed out 80% of applications just because the writing isn't there. So, I know it's an art, but that's why we have the AI to help you write better applications. Okay, Skip 10K Perseverance Grant, live now. Need to apply by the end of March. Let me scan other questions here. All right, and thanks to everyone who's put in their city and state. Like I mentioned 10 minutes ago, we're localizing things. So again, for the folks, wherever you are in the US, in your state, you'll be surprised. We're going to start showing, it's the Florida grant, California grant. It's a city in Connecticut. It's a city in Michigan. Wherever it is, we're going to be showing that. If you have questions on these grants or other grants, you can always show up to the lives we do and ask them or ask our team. But this is what I want to end with today. The biggest chance of you winning now is Barclays grants, because this is, like I said, around $500,000. Just write your story. If you didn't see the video I posted yesterday, I talk about the grant application, including the tips that you can use AI to help you draft, like I said, but it needs to be in your own words. And I want to emphasize that, because as we read applications, as we talk to folks at, let's say, Verizon or the Chamber of Commerce, they tell us they know when a response is written by AI based on buzzwords, things like that. So do your best to review it and ask yourself, hey, does this seem like it's too AI-y? And then rewrite it a little bit. Okay, hope that helps. Darwin has a question here. Better to Care LLC says, I stopped applying. Share a little bit more. And welcome, by the way, but share a little bit more. I mean, I know you've won grants in the past. Maybe that's why you're tired of winning grants. Darwin, I have a question. I received an email from the SBA that says it needs attention, but when I'm trying to log in on my SBA portal, I hit forgot password, but not getting the email. Okay, Darwin, I think at the bottom of the lending.sba.gov page, there's a phone number. That flow usually works well. It's an improvement over their past forgot password flows. Check spam or other folders. But if you still don't get the email, maybe it's another email on file. If not, call the SBA and they will help you. Okay. All right. Good to hear folks are going to be applying later to this one, to the Perseverance Grant. And in terms of the upcoming schedule, we've got a couple of videos coming out. Like I said, if you want to see the story of Jolene, the December winner, she's on our Instagram at hello.skip. Next Tuesday, we'll be picking the 2024 10K kickoff grant winner live Tuesday, same time. And we've got more live videos coming out later on in February. A lot of new grants, Black History Month. So there are grants for Black-owned businesses or entrepreneurs. You can see some of those here. Here are 3 that are due in the next 10 days. A Veterans Grant, a Detroit Grant, and a Ladder Up Accelerator Grant. So take a look at those, and better to care. Never tired of winning, but I also know that a lot of micro grants can go to more persons in need. That's a great way of looking at it. Absolutely. So that's a good point. Crowdfunding. That's a good addition there. Why not inform about crowdfunding? I've received a lot of funding from angel investors. We have had partnerships with, let's say, Kiva, one of the larger crowdfunding, and others. Yeah, be curious if others have gone the crowdfunding route and have had success, and what platform you've used. Oh, and Me First says, you'll notice this on Skip is on our Instagram. We get lots of impersonators, lots of people DMing you, pretending to be me, pretending to be Skip, people who take my photos from various places. So just be aware. We have one Instagram, hello.skip. We typically we'll never message people and ask for things, especially payments outside of the Skip website. Every time we ask for a payment, if we ask for payment, it will be on the Skip website. I feel bad. A lot of people have fallen for scams and fraudsters. It's so prevalent here on YouTube. So all social media, just a word to the wise, never Venmo anyone, Zelle, things like that, because you can't recover that money very easily because it's a debit ACH transfer. All right. Well, can't wait to hear all your stories on the Perseverance Grant live for the first time today. And Don Moo, Skip, I was just talking about you today, saying to my cousin that you're out there blessing people, and lo and behold, you showed up. Well, great to hear. Thanks everyone who's, our entire Skip team is incredibly grateful for all of you, everyone who shows up, and the things you're doing in your communities, your businesses, your side hustles, making a big impact. So keep at it, keep applying for grants, or if you're ready to look at financing, give it a shot. My favorite mantra is don't put all your eggs in one basket. So if you're even thinking about, hey, you know what, I could use a microloan, 50K, 100K, you can apply. If you know you may be able to pay it back, your cash flow is okay. The biggest challenge we're seeing with a lot of folks is the credit situation is having difficulty. So just want to flag that, if your credit history is banged up, especially recently, like it's one thing to see improvement and credit going up, but if you've had missed payments recently, in some cases, lenders may use that to disqualify you, or at least say, okay, let's wait, come back in 3 months. I want to see more on-time payments. Shanira asks, is the auto apply worth it? Well, I'm biased, but anyone else want to chime in if they've used the auto apply? As you can see in this test account here, it is active. I'll speak to it briefly in case anyone else is curious. It means we automatically enter you into 1 to 2 grants every single month. So, it's for Plus members, the Plus price we've kept low. So it'll be our own $1,000 grants like the Galaxy grant, others every month. So I definitely think it is. We're applying for you. You can, even if you forget about applying, we'll take care of it. All right. Well, until next time, great to see so many of you. Thanks for sharing where you're watching from, because my colleague's going to go through, make sure we are looking at your states when we launch more local grants in a few weeks. There's more grants that are going to be announced soon. Just talking with folks, I don't want to release the names yet, but some of the big grants from last year will be coming live February, March, April. So stay tuned. It's going to be a great year for grants and your businesses. Hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you then. Go check out the Skip 10K Perseverance Grant. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks.